Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Newton County Board of Education, administration, and faculties of all of our schools, I welcome each of you to this reception honoring the Newton County School System's 2019-2020 School Level Teachers of the Year. At this time, I'd like to recognize our Board of Education members who are in attendance today, and I'd like for them to stand so that we can all recognize them. First, Mrs. Shaquila Henderson Baker, who is our board chair and represents District 3. Thank you, Mrs. Henderson Baker. Mrs. Abigail Coggin, District 1 representative. Mr. Eddie Johnson, District 2 representative. And pardon me, Abigail is our board vice chair. Mr. Almond Turner, District 4 representative. Thank you to all of our board members. They are an amazing group of individuals with whom I have the great pleasure of working. They are dedicated and focused on student achievement and making sure and in all the decisions that they make, ensuring that our students are well-rounded and prepared for the future. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the Newton County Chamber of Commerce and their chamber champions who are listed in your program for once again sponsoring our reception and awards program. Seated on this stage are Newton County School System's 23 school level teachers of the year. These men and women symbolize the excellence in teaching found in our teachers throughout the school system. Teaching is a very demanding profession. Wouldn't you all agree? Yes. And families, wouldn't you all agree? Teaching is a very demanding profession. They take time away from their families to serve our children and our community. It requires so much time and so much dedication. Throughout their careers, teachers have the ability to make an impression on hundreds of children. These teachers reap their rewards not from the salaries they earn, but from their dedication to their students and their passion for teaching and learning. I can assure you that we in the Newton County School System value the very significant contributions made by all of our educators. Today we are honoring these 23 teachers who were selected by their peers to serve as their school's Teachers of the Year. Each of these teachers represented their school in our District Teacher of the Year program. They were evaluated in a process similar to that used in selecting Georgia's Teacher of the Year. In fact, the educator announced this afternoon as Newton County School System's 2020 Teacher of the Year will submit his or her application to the Georgia Department of Education and represent our county in the state level competition. Both Newton County and the state of Georgia require that each candidate for the Teacher of the Year be one who plans to continue in an active teaching status, inspires students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, has the respect and admiration of colleagues, plays an active role and a useful role in the community as well as in the school community, is poised and articulate, and possesses the energy to withstand a taxing schedule, as though their schedules aren't already very taxing. Our judges spent numerous hours reading essays, an additional 2 days interviewing each of our teachers, and 1/2 day observing our 3 finalists. It certainly takes a person who is dedicated to our school system and our community who will take time away from both their personal and work schedules to volunteer to be a Teacher of the Year judge. And I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to the following 5 individuals who, if they are here, I would like for them to stand when I call their name. Mrs. Lee Aldrich, retired teacher of Newton High School. Mr. G.W. Davis, retired principal of Mansfield Elementary School. Mr. Lois Kelly, 2019 Newton County Teacher of the Year and finalist for Georgia Teacher of the Year. I'm going to say that one more time. And finalist. He was one of 10 finalists for the state of Georgia from our school system and from Newton High School. So very proud of him. Miss Lauren Singleton, Main Street, Covington. And Miss Jennifer Williams, the Newton County School System, who works in the technology department. We appreciate each of you for assuming the challenging task of selecting our 2020 Teacher of the Year. At this time, I'd like to say a few words about our next speaker before I welcome him to the stage. Mr. Lois Kelly is a science teacher right here at Newton High School, and just 1 year ago, he was named Newton County's 2019 Teacher of the Year. In the 12 months that have followed, Mr. Kelly has made both Newton High School and the Newton County School System extremely proud as he was named a finalist for Georgia Teacher of the Year. He is the first Newton County School System Teacher of the Year in over 20 years to be named a finalist for Georgia Teacher of the Year. As such, I want to personally and publicly commend him and thank him for a job well done. So if we could join me in a little round of applause. And I was able to attend the Teacher of the Year program in Atlanta where they recognized the top 10 finalists. And although I'm very biased, I would say that Mr. Lewis was the top candidate. He should have been Georgia's Teacher of the Year. He's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Newton County School System's 2019 Teacher of the Year from Newton High School, Mr. Lois Kelly.
Thank y'all for that applause. I didn't want to step behind the curtain again and wave at y'all. I had already did that once before, so. I'm Lois Kelly. I am the 2019 Newton County Teacher of the Year, yay! And one of the 10 finalists for the state, Georgia State Teacher of the Year. And it's hard to believe that just a year ago I was sitting right there where Miss Prophet is sitting, right there in that middle seat, sweating, wondering, hot the lights was on me, because y'all don't realize that these lights are in their face. And they are hot. So we really can't see our family. We can't see anything. All we trying to do is look good while we sweat. So I know what you're going through. They don't realize it, I realize it. But like I said, it's hard to believe that it was just a year ago that I was sitting in that seat. I never thought I would be Teacher of the Year. Never thought I would get that kind of accolade from my peers, and it was just overwhelming, and I was humbled by it, and I was just happy to be sitting on the stage. Then when they surprised me and came in my room last year, and they told me that I was one of the finalists for the County Teacher of the Year, and the way they did it was they let the SROs come in first. So the SROs came in my room first, so the first thing I said to my kids, which one of y'all did something? So I'm thinking somebody done stole something, somebody done beat somebody up, and then I saw my mama come around the corner, my dad come around the corner, and my wife come around the corner. I was like, okay, what'd I do? So I'm trying to run in my head like, what did I do? Did I do anything saying that on social media? I'm not on social media. I don't remember hitting the kid. So why they in my room? So they came in the room and I saw Miss Fury, and I really thought, I was like, hey, now Miss Fury here, I'm definitely in some trouble. But then they told me, and I saw the flowers, I said, well, it can't be too bad if they give me flowers, because I'm still alive, I ain't dead yet, so it had to be something good. And that's when they told me that I was one of the finalists. And then last year, one day later, on the 4th, October 4th, I walked across that stage and they called my name. And I realized that I was the Teacher of the Year for Newton County, and I was very, very overwhelmed. I was very shocked. I was happy. My dad stood right there. That's my boy, you know. Unfortunately, my father's no longer with us. He died in April, and I'm just happy that he was able to see that moment and experience it with me. And on the journey to being a Teacher of the Year, I have to tell you, to the 3 finalists, I don't know which one of you won. We don't get to know. We get to find out the same time y'all do. But you know those essays you wrote? Be prepared to write some more. You're gonna write some more essays. So, but you're gonna meet some incredible people, some amazing people, some wonderful people, people that you will stay in touch with. And I thought it was a bunch of BS and malarkey when they told me, but we actually still talk to each other right now. The actual winner, the Teacher of the Year for the state, we actually bounce ideas off each other. Like, we still talk to each other. I have to fill in for her for one of her speaking engagements because she won't be able to make it. So we still communicate with each other. You will meet some amazing people, just like here, these amazing people, all right? So the journey for being Teacher of the Year is wonderful. It's not as stressful. The only stressful part is the interview, and then they feed you before they interview you. That's the tricky part. They get you all full, get you in there burping, stomach full and everything, and then they want to ask you a bunch of questions and expect you to answer them intelligently, you know? So be prepared for that as well, all right? But I want to talk about something that I learned on my journey as Teacher of the Year. And on my journey, we talked a lot about mental health. We talked a lot about teacher issues. We talked a lot about the stuff that you really don't talk about in public. Only teachers kind of talk about together. And so I'm a visual guy. That's how I learned. And so everybody know what this is, right? When you first look at it, which one you think it is? Coca-Cola. It ain't Coca-Cola. It's just cola. See that? Gotcha. That's how they got me too. All right, so this is a simple Coca-Cola. Anybody want it? Anybody thirsty? Would anybody drink this? Nobody would drink a cola? Nobody? Y'all messing up the demonstration now. Thank you. She will. So you would drink this Coca-Cola, right? So if you came up here and I gave it to you, you'd take it home, put it in the refrigerator, and you'd drink it later, right? Okay. You still want it? Come on. Come on, get it. Why you don't want it now? Why? Why is it going to explode? It's under pressure. All I did was shake it a little bit, though. You still drink it? So you don't want it now? But can it still quench your thirst? Is it able to still quench your thirst? So can it still serve its purpose? Okay. Is there a way that we can make it safe to drink? Now, if you're from the South, you know the old rule. But if you're a science teacher, you know that does absolutely nothing. So, what do we got to do? So first of all, why in the world I bring the soda can out here and I shook it up? Well, just like you said, you wanted it at first, right? But then I shook it, you didn't want it anymore. Imagine this was a student in your classroom. When we first see them, we all want to teach them, right? But then we got something that's shaking up. Poverty, unstable home life, overcrowded homes. Why does Lakeisha always yell in my class? Well, there are 7 children in Keisha's household, and the only way she's heard is if she yells. Shaking up. Why does little Keisha not like me? See, little Keisha already acting up. Why does little Johnny not like me? Why does he always come in my class and give me all this attitude? Well, when little Johnny goes home, little Johnny has to wonder what he's going to eat tonight. Shaking up. So now they come into our class and they're shaking. You can't tell they're shaking until you talk to them or until you get in a situation with them. Sometimes their previous teacher will tell you, little Johnny, he shook up. Watch yourself. So, what do we do with little Johnny? How can we settle little Johnny or little Keisha or little Faye Quisha? Simple. Was that 4? Yeah, it's 4. You better work too. Wait. I hear you talking. Oh. So, little Johnny, little Faye, Quisha, little Keisha was all shook up. But see, what they do every day, they tap the can and turn. How you doing today? Hey, I'm glad you came to class today. Hey, you were on time today. Instead of saying what's wrong with you, what happened to you? Hey, let's talk about something other than the content. So tonight, what we're really celebrating about you all is that you're great settlers. You take the shaking and you bring them to a level state, a normal state. You don't just give them content. You don't just teach them how to read, write, and do math. You make them better individuals. You give the unstable stability. You give them peace. Your classroom may be the only place where there's no noise and no confusion and no chaos. Your class may be the only place where they get to be a child. So tonight, we honor all of you for being settlers. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce, I would like to congratulate each of our 23 teachers this year. These 23 teachers were selected by their peers to represent their school and the teaching profession as Teacher of the Year. The Chamber of Commerce is proud to co-sponsor and support the Newton County Teacher of the Year program. As the official representative of our local business and industries, we know the important role that you all play in our community because a good education is the #1 indicator to student success. Moreover, a great school system filled with outstanding students is the key to a successful community because our future business, industry, and government leaders are sitting in our classrooms today. As Brad Henry stated, a good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. We are fortunate here in Newton County to have teachers who exemplify that quote. In fact, 23 of them are seated right here before you. They have been chosen by their peers as the best of the best, as representatives for their school, their fellow teachers, and their profession. And we are proud to honor them today for their service to their students, their schools, and their community. Before we announce the name of our 2020 Teacher of the Year, we would like to take a moment to recognize each of the Newton County School System school-level Teachers of the Year for the outstanding job they do and the important role they play in the lives of our children. As I call your name, please step forward so Miss Andy McDaniel, who is with the Chamber of Commerce as well, can present you your Teacher of the Year plaque. A gift from the Coca-Cola Bottling Company to commemorate your special achievement. Please know that your dedication and commitment to the children in this community is greatly appreciated. Miss Angela Spencer, East Newton Elementary School. Miss Suvarna Naik, Fairview Elementary. Miss Tina Hendricks, Herd Mixon Elementary. Miss Beth Nolan, Live Oak Elementary. Miss Jacarius Bibbs, Livingston Elementary. Miss Carol Moss, Mansfield Elementary. Miss Brittany Mapp, Middle Ridge Elementary. Miss Mindy Alexander, Newton County Theme School at Pickwick. Miss Shawana Fluellen Wilcher, Oak Hill Elementary. Miss Sasha Sanders, Porterdale Elementary. Miss Ginger Johnson, Rocky Plains Elementary. Miss Adrena Holmes, South Salem Elementary. Miss Tori Durrett, West Newton Elementary. Mr. Kendrick Barnett, Clements Middle School. Miss Karen Moss, Cousins Middle School. Dr. Vicki Mailer at Indian Creek Middle School could not be with us tonight, but let's give her a round of applause. Miss Alexis Franklin, Liberty Middle School. Miss Jennifer Hollowell, Veterans Memorial Middle School. Miss Chandra Green, Newton High School. And Miss Charlotte Joy, Newton College and Career Academy. And we're going to recognize our top 3 finalists in alphabetical order. Dr. Shannon Price, Flint Hill Elementary School. Miss Betsy Prophet, Eastside High School. And Miss Ebony Simmons, Alcovey High School. Let's give them all another round of applause. Okay, I would now like to ask each finalist to stand when I call your name and introduce them to the audience. As stated earlier, this will be in alphabetical order. Dr. Shannon Price, Flint Hill Elementary School. Dr. Shannon Price is a 4th grade teacher at Flint Hill Elementary School. She began her teaching career in the Newton County school system when she was hired as a teacher at Palmer Stone Elementary School in 1995. She transferred to Flint Hill Elementary School in 2011 and has been teaching there ever since. Dr. Price has taught kindergarten, second, third, and fourth grades for the district. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education from Georgia College in 1994 and her Master of Arts degree in elementary education from Piedmont in 1999. In 2011, she earned her Education Specialist degree in Teaching and Learning from Liberty University and ultimately obtained her educational doctorate from Liberty in 2015. In addition, Dr. Price completed all requirements for a leadership add-on to her educational specialist in 2017. In her essay, Dr. Price wrote, "Due to the love and light I saw in my fourth grade teacher's eyes, I instantly fell in love with teaching. I would bring books home each night and teach my stuffed animals the lessons I had learned during the day. I would imitate how my teacher had presented the lesson, and in doing so, it became easy for me to learn the material to embrace the art of teaching. The profession became my drive to better myself. Teaching became my passion. It is a God-given talent that was once locked inside of me, begging to be released, and once the floodgate was opened by this teacher, my calling took flight. My greatest contribution to education, I pray, has been to share this drive and passion with my students, to tell my story of poverty, to convince my students that determination and drive can help them become something great in this world, and to foster a love for learning is incredibly important to me. When students return to my classroom years after they graduate and place their own children in my care and are able to share their stories of success, that is when my greatest contribution is realized." Congratulations, Dr. Price, on being finalist for Newton County Teacher of the Year. Miss Betsy Prophet, Eastside High School. Miss Betsy Prophet is a physical science and chemistry teacher at Eastside High School. She began her teaching career in Newton County School System in 1992 when she was hired as a science, math, and language arts instructor at Porterdale Elementary School. In 1997, Ms. Prophet transferred to Indian Creek Middle School, where she served as a science and math teacher. She made the move to Eastside High School in 2016 and has been teaching there ever since. Ms. Prophet earned both her bachelor's in education and master's in education from the University of Georgia. She holds an additional certificate to teach gifted. In her essay, Ms. Prophet wrote, "When I think about my greatest contribution or accomplishment, I believe it is measured by the impact felt by each individual student. My quest is to see each student for what they bring to the world and help that student see that for him, her, or himself. I'm not naive enough to think that each student has been dealt the same cards or has had the same positive outlook on education that I was fortunate enough to have. I must meet students where they are and make them believe that they have value. I must convince them that they have what it takes to impact the world, whatever that may look like to each individual. We all share this great, big, beautiful world, and I feel as though we need to learn to not just coexist, but to thrive using what we bring to the table in a positive manner. It is my hope that I have been able to do just that with the thousands of students I have been blessed to teach throughout the years." Congratulations, Ms. Prophet, on being a finalist for Newton County Teacher of the Year. Miss Ebony Simmons, Alchemy High School. Miss Ebony Simmons has served as a biology teacher at Alchemy High School since she joined the Newton County School System in 2009. She previously served as a science teacher for both middle and high school at New Birth Christian Academy. Ms. Simmons earned a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Georgia Southern University in 2005 and her Master of Arts in Teaching in Secondary Science from Georgia State University in 2012. She also holds an additional certification to teach gifted secondary science. In her essay, Ms. Simmons wrote, "What I find rewarding about my work is forming relationships with my students. When I first started teaching, I expected every student to learn the way that I wanted them to learn. Everyone seated, doing their work, and each completing the same assignment and task within a certain time limit. I wanted every assignment done in the same way and every student to fall in line with my program. As I'm sure you can guess, that quickly changed. Now I look forward to sitting down in a seat next to a student and learning about their interests, goals, personality, and talents. Although some may see it as an aggravation or just something else added to our plate, I appreciate the opportunity to learn more about my students because it emboldens me to be creative, pushes me to be more effective, and enables me to provide an environment that encourages my students to want to learn more. For me, forming relationships is not just about saying good morning when students come into class, asking them how they're doing, and drawing smiley checks on their papers. Although I do all of those things, don't judge me, smiley checks are her thing. It also means being interested in their hobbies, going to their extracurricular activities, pulling them to the side and asking what's going on with their grades, and sometimes being willing to accept within a time range instead of a set date. For me, it means fussing at a student for making a poor choice and calling their parents and still being able to joke with the same student the next day because they know I care about them. Building relationships is a vital part of me excelling as a teacher, and I find it the most rewarding. Congratulations, Ms. Simmons, on being named finalist for Newton County Teacher of the Year. And let's take a moment to congratulate our 3 finalists again. Now, before I announce the name of our 2020 Teacher of the Year, I would like to tell you what this year's finalist and our Teacher of the Year will receive. Thanks to the generosity of our Chamber champions, whose names are listed in the program, our winner and 2 runners-ups will each receive a crystal vase. Our Teacher of the Year will also receive a $1,000 check. In addition, continuing a more than 2-decade tradition, Covington Ford will provide the Newton County School System Teacher of the Year with a free 3-month car rental. At this time, I would like to read you excerpts from the essay of the Newton County School System's 2020 Teacher of the Year, who will represent our school system in the Georgia Teacher of the Year program. I believe my greatest contribution to education is being able to share my life story with all of its struggles and accomplishments to give students a hope to prove that hard work and dedication will pay off, and that they can better themselves by setting goals and believing they can accomplish anything. For every student who is convinced to grab a hold of a dream and pursue it with all his effort and not give up until he sees it fulfilled makes the world around us a much brighter place. At this time, I would like to ask Andy McDaniel to come forward and present the flowers and check for $1,000 to Newton County School System's 2020 Teacher of the Year from Flint Hill Elementary School, Shannon Price. Now, I would like to introduce longtime supporter of the Newton County Teacher of the Year program, Mr. Matt Crow from Covington Ford.
Hello. Congratulations to you all. For those of y'all that don't know me, and y'all might recognize me, you've probably seen me on TV. Who would have thought this time last year, when Lois and I were up here on the stage, that would end up in our commercial? But I didn't even know it was going to be in there, but they knew where my passion lies, and it lies with the school system here in Newton County. If I'd have known it, I'd have smiled bigger, I promise. Of course, Lois, his smile was as wide as this room, so. But really, congratulations to all of you. I know this day, this event is focused on the Teacher of the Year, but I'd be remiss if I didn't expand on that a little bit. On the way here today, I got to thinking about, what this means to me, and it's more than just one person. It's I see how things come together, and I see who all's behind the scenes, and it's a team. And it's not just a team of one, it's a team of a stage full. And it's not just a team of a stage full, but it's a team of a school full. You've got Miss Shannon Buff, who's fighting cancer, who is one of the most courageous people I've ever known, who's the principal here at Newton County. You've got people like Almond Turner that's been on the school board for I don't know how many years. That's really dedicated. You've got Sherry Davis, who's one of the most dedicated people I ever know. This is my 21st year. I think next year I'm going to have to give you a car as well. So she's my life support. She's the one that texts me 20 times a day. It says 445 Newton High School because she knows how I am. So, but it is about a whole school system, and it's not just a school system. You got Samantha Fury, who's the finalist in the Georgia State Superintendent Superintendent of the Year for the third year. And it's not just a school, it's a community. It's a community of people, volunteers like Miss Leah Aldridge that was one of the judges. It's businesses like myself and other businesses listed on the back. It's the Chamber of Commerce that supports this school system and this community. So everybody here should be proud, not just of the person that's up here on the stage that has won it, which I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but be proud of where you're from in this community, because it does mean a lot that you do have that support. I think it's the best school system in the state, so maybe even in the nation. But with that, if you'll come on up, I would like to give you the keys to a vehicle, 2019 Ford. I will say this is my 21st year, and I always sit back here and I watch the three finalists when the part of their essay is written and is read, and I try to see who it is. It was no doubt.
Congratulations. Before we ask Dr. Price to say a few words, we want to present the Crystal Awards to our two runners-up, again in alphabetical order. First, we would like to honor Miss Betsy Prophet from Eastside High School. Next, we would like to honor Miss Ebony Simmons from Alchemy High School. We congratulate both of you for the tremendous honor of being named not only Teacher of the Year at your school, but also one of the three finalists for Newton County Teacher of the Year. I would like to ask everyone to please join me in giving them both a much-deserved round of applause. Before Ms. Fury's closing remarks, I would like to give our new Teacher of the Year, Dr. Shannon Price, a chance to say a few words to the teachers, administrators, faculty members, and community that she will now represent as the Newton County School System's 2020 Teacher of the Year.
Ow. I'm overwhelmed. I graduated from Newton County School System, and I'm honored to be able to teach in the county and to represent the county that I love. It's just a God-given talent that just spills out of me. I love children. I love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else. I love my staff and the people I work with. They are the best staff and friends and administrators around. And my family, they have been through thick and thin with me, and I just appreciate all of you so much. You guys, I don't do anything that you guys don't do every single day. And that's one of the things I said in my interview was, we work hard. We work hard and you do a good job. And sometimes we don't hear that. There's so much negative that comes from the state and the community, and your love for us just, it makes us better people and better teachers. So we do a good job, and we need to show each other and take care of each other. And thank you.
On behalf of the Newton County School System, I would like to congratulate Dr. Shannon Price, our 2020 Teacher of the Year, and wish her well in the state competition, which I hear has a whole bunch more essays to write. I am sure that she will be an excellent representative for our school system in the year to come. In addition, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year. I'm a teacher at heart, so I appreciate all of the hard work that you put in every single day on behalf of our children and for our community, and to ensure that our students are well-rounded and prepared for the future. The fact that your peers chose you to represent your school shows the faith that they have in your abilities and the respect they have for you as an educator. This is truly an achievement of which you all should be very proud. This concludes today's program, but congratulations again. Families, thank you so much for sharing your teachers with us. And have a great afternoon.